Yes, blessings and peace. One love. This is your brother Amun communicating you again on the Strength Temple of Soul Insights, live here out in the Caribbean. You know, um, you know, amazing ocean view. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward on our way to Jamaica. Um, high vibrations and good things. Last night was an amazing performance. We saw Shaka Demus and Pliers and Chronics last night rock out on stage. We're on the Jam Rock cruise. Um, Good vibrations. Last night I had an amazing night, and I feel like I need to share that with y'all today. I just kind of woke up, but I didn't really do no super special stuff, but it's cool. You don't have to do a bunch of special stuff to give insight and share with your family and friends. Um, yeah, last night I went up on the upper deck, and I had that experience where I've never been on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise before. This is my first cruise, and I'm standing on the upper deck, and I'm in front of the top of the boat. Right in front. So it's like mega wind hitting me all in the face. And everybody was cleared of the deck except the people clearing the deck. I was the only one really up there. Maybe me and like one other person. And the skies were so clear. The skies are super clear, and I'm looking up at Orion's belt, and looking up at Sirius, and looking up and seeing Venus flicker in the sky, and seeing a couple shooting stars shoot by. And when I go up, and anytime I'm under the open sky, whether it's this open sky here, or whether it's the open sky of the night, or a sun-filled sky when I'm on land, wherever, it's a big thing for me to always pray and chant and give thanks to the Most High and to the sovereign consciousness of the universe, and to communicate to the planet. And this is the closest that I've ever been to so much of the sea life that I honor. I'm not about to get closer. You know what I mean? But I am getting closer energetically and empathically. I've always been a lover of sea life. Always been a lover of the whales and the fish and the manta rays and the sharks and the dolphins and all of the other sea flora. And when being out here, it really helps to connect. Really helps to connect with the planet. And the observation and the understanding of how much life really is going on the planet Earth, and how much the man-made world, has fused us into it to such a degree that we lose a lot of our sensitive relationship with the whole planet Earth. So just out here feeling it. I mean, look at this. I mean, the phone doesn't really, do justice to what the eye sees, but this is an opportunity for me to share. And shout outs to Mama Atia Ola. Mama Atia told me years ago, she said, Amun, you have to start videotaping your journey. And I just hope that what I share, the insights I give, are something that can bring about some inspiration, some insight for others. Being out here on the water, we are reminded that the body is 3/4 water, just like the earth, and that this relationship with the water is an essential relationship. Being out here amongst this water is the most physical counterpart you can get, other than being in the water physically too, of being out in the essence. Like if you were to just close your eyes and imagine being submerged in universal energy, the ethers of the cosmos, the blackness of the night, and say, I am in the essence, I am of the essence, I am connected to the essence is flowing through me. When we say essence, we're talking about supreme consciousness in a form that is beyond form. In Al-Kemet, ancient Egypt, they call, we refer to this essence as Noon. Noon was the universal cosmic waters. Some people translate it to mean chaos. There was the universal essence, the substance that existed before there was any form, before there was any gods, any man, any definite thing. And you know, though we call it water, I mean, the constant motion of it and the, you know, the zillions of life forms in it are definitely could be perceived as chaos. I mean, what form do you know? I mean, when you see one form, have you seen them all? Have you even seen an indicator of what the rest look like? You know, that randomness, that constant creative form, that many forms of life and so many forms of life functioning in so many different ways. You know, this is a chaos that gives birth to all life. And yet within it, there's so much peace. The waters are so peace. I mean, we know that they change, you know, through seasons, you know, through tropical storms and things of that nature. But for the most part, they always return back to the peace. So this is a message for us, you know, that through all the things we go through in life, for the most part, is peace. And in our peace, in our essential state, we are sustainers of so much creative life. You know, you are a sustainer of a whole lot of creative life. But you may not be acting on your creative. You might not be paying attention to your creative. You might not be offering your creative, you know, but you're a sustainer, you know. But being connected to the man-made world and all of the things that it asks of you, demands of you, forces you into, convinces you of, you know, the multiple choice reality that you ain't nothing if you're not A, B, C, or D, you know. You have to decide that you're going to be none of the above or all of the above and then some, you know. You know, this is a universal choice. We were taught years ago, you know what I'm saying, when I was, you know, building with the Ansarullah family, that when the black man chose to be a Muslim in America, he was choosing outside of the multiple choice that was given to him by the slave master's world. Because the slave master didn't give you the option of going ahead and say, well, I'm going to take my shahada. I'm going to go ahead and live by these tenets. I'm going to go ahead and live by these 5 pillars. And I'm going to go ahead and take a pilgrimage to the distant land and get into this spiritual knowledge that gets into a whole lot of mysticism. That wasn't offered to us like that, you know. So when you chose it as a black man in America, you chose a type of liberation. Now we're in a different age. We understand that Islam is more common and people are practicing that lifestyle in an American way, you know. So once again, the world of the West has gone and, you know, infiltrated some of our most sacred ritual rites and, you know, dedications and devotions, you know. But, you know, as far as religion is concerned, you know, people ask me all the time, what religion are you? You know, are you Rasta? Are you Christian? Are you Egyptian? Are you Muslim? You know, they say, are you Muslim? I say, yeah, I'm Muslim. I'm Musalam. This is the essence right here. I'm right amongst it right now. I mean, the essence is, we're amongst it all the time, but I'm just saying, Musalam, Mu meaning essence. You know, Mu also means water. You know, and Salam means peace. You know, and that's something that you don't have to get caught up in trying to convince people of if they practice Mohammedanism and, you know, they're really, really strong, you know, readers of the Quran and practitioners of the way of life, the Sunnah of Islam. I'm with that. I'm not against that. I'm pro that. Most of my ways, but I got elder sheikhs that give me the most advice, and I do salat with them in the whole 9. You know, but just understanding that Allah is the Lord of all worlds. All worlds. So no matter how you do it, Allah knows your heart. The Most High knows your heart. The Most High knows that the Most High is the Most High regardless of what you call the Most High. You can call the Most High God. You can call the Most High fish if you want. Straight up and down. If your heart is sincere in that, it's just language. He created the tongue. She created the tones. You know? So just understanding that when you're Mu, your essence is Salam, is peace. You are Musalam by nature, you know, and that's what they'll tell you. They say everybody is born Muslim by nature. But indeed, we know that there is a way of life, there is a practice, there's a religion, and that's all honorable. There are some As-salamu alaikum to all my brothers and sisters who are practicing the Sunnah by the book and by the word. You know what I'm saying? Not change a dot or a tittle of the scripture. You know what I'm saying? Living by it with their heart and their mind. I'm about that, you know. You know, I tell anybody who, whether you're Muslim or not, you know, study Islam. Get that knowledge in you. Get that spirit in you. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's all stuff that can be used as fuel for you to be a more peaceful person. And indeed, there are some people who will come in and say, well, that was made this year, and that's man-made, da-da-da-da-da. Look, do your best with what you understand, what you overstand. Don't drive yourself crazy with none of this stuff. Because a lot of us just got here in 1970-something. A bunch of us just got here in 1980-something. All of it is hearsay. Somebody just passing the information along and hoping that they can give you the best that they can give you, and that you can connect to this eternal spirit through these ways. You know, some say, are you Rasta? Are you Rastafari? Are you Rastafarian? Yes, I'm Rastafarian. But more importantly, I am Rasta. And I say that for a reason. As the Kemite in Rasta, I find a trilogy. You know, I find a triune God reference. Ra, Ast, and Ta. You know, Ra, it's the sun, it's the light, that's the generator, that's the one that generates the force that keeps all things sustained, alive, energetic, and animated, you know, but also shines the light, shines the ray, Ra-Ray, shines the ray that animates all life, that gives life continually and selflessly, you know. So the praise of Ra is really important. The praise of Ra, in Hebrew they say El Roy, but the praise of Ra is really the praise of Allah. It's just a different way of saying it. Because Allah is the Lord of all worlds. No matter what you're using, no matter which world you reference, you're still dealing with Allah, the source. You know, but to be a Ra, Ast. Ast is the Holy Mother. That's the Sacred Mother. In Christianity, they refer to her as Mary, Ma-Ray. You know, but Ast or Aset, you know, the one that gave birth or gives birth to the spiritual being in physical form, gives birth to idea as a tangible quality. The mother of Haru, the mother of the resurrection, the mother of the regenerator, the mother of the avenger, the one that gives birth to those things that will get things right, bring things back to balance, bring you back to balance, bring us back to balance. The holy and sacred mother, the protector of the child, you know. And all of us, you know, that relationship between Ra and Ast, no matter who you are another form of your mothers that came before you. And some of the things you do, in particular when you're giving your best, you know, you're bringing the qualities of the Divine Mother forward, whether you're male or female, you know, in this incarnation. You know, which they'll tell you all the time. If you're a man, well, you know, you're a man on the outside. But on the inside, you're a woman, you know. And I know a lot of people can't get that. What do you mean I'm a woman on the inside? You're thinking too much in the external mind. You're thinking too much like the world taught you masculinity and femininity, and you're trying to squeeze that statement into that platform. Masculine and feminine are energy, are forces, and you cannot freeze the words masculine and feminine into the framework of a Western perspective of man and woman. It's not the same thing at all. You know, when you're dealing with polarity on that level, you're dealing with electromagnetism. The electricity is the masculine form. The magnetism is the feminine form, the feminine energy. You know, so when we're dealing with Aset, we're dealing with magnetic force. You know, which water is the expression of magnetic force as far as gases and liquids is concerned. Fire is the masculine. So magnetism, water. Fire, electricity. That's what fire is. It's really an electric spark. It's charged electrons activating as a grounded plasma. That's what fire is, you know. But Ast is the Holy Mother. So we got Ra, we got Ast, and then we got Ta. Yaneter Ta. Ta is earth, but Ta is the creator God. Ta is the God that you see standing still with his arms crossed across his chest in the ancient Egyptian personification. You know, the God, the creator God. You know, the presence that manifested idea into form. You know, Ta is also earth. One of the ancient names for the earth is Ta. You know, as an elemental force, as an essential element. You know, but Ta is the substance. You know, Ta is the substance of spiritual quality. You see? You know? So when I deal with being a Rasta, I deal with being Ra, Ast, and Ta, manifest, you know? And that's important to me. You know, and at the same time, Jah Rastafari. Surely I know Rastafari is a reference to His Imperial Majesty the First, Haile Selassie I. Sure. Because he's Ra, Ast, Ta too. And, you know, and as a supreme and sovereign king, as the supreme and sovereign king, king of kings, lords of lords, manifest as the conquering lion of Judah in Ethiopia, as a reference to a great black man